Hey guys, this is Mike from Reaper's Outdoors, and I'm finally getting around to doing the video some of you's been waiting on. Let's put together a custom tarp. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys through each step of what I'm going to do with this, and show you the items that you're going to need to make it with and alternatives. First thing we got to do is I'm driving down to the local laundromat so we can do the first stage of this is soften it up. If you guys know anything about Tyvek, this stuff sounds like aluminum, it's so loud. So hang tight and we'll get started. Alright guys, the items that you're going to need is a Targus tripod. It's just a cheap tripod that you can rotate the ends to lock it down. I think I paid about 14 bucks for it. And I picked up this Tyvek material from a guy over at Campcovers on eBay. He's got a great price on these, and he also has what else you're going to need. I got a piece of 11 by 9, and he also has custom tabs and some custom tabs with grommets that are already installed. I don't know how well you guys can see me. Now the first stage, you can hear how loud it is. So we're going to have to put this in the washing machine. So we're going to put it in the biggest washing machine here and let it run through one side. Alright, as you guys can see, I'm not using any soap. This is nothing but just plain cold water. And I just let it run through a cycle. Then when I pull it out, it should be fairly wadded up. And then we'll put it in the dryer on a low temperature, the lowest temperature it'll have, and run it through to try to take some of the water off of it. Alright, switching it over to the dryer, and if you get in here and take a look at it, you can see how it's all wadded up. That's what you're looking for. That's what's going to soften it up, the more it gets wadded up. So whenever you put it in here, check the insides to make sure there's no nothing sticking out that's going to cut it or poke a hole in it, and then run it through a cycle on the coolest temperature, and then we'll start setting it up. Alright guys, we got the Tyvek out of the dryer and we out of here. It didn't take too long, and it definitely softened it up a lot. And one thing I've noticed with using Tyvek for ground cloths and shelters, the more you use it, the softer it's going to get. You can put it through the wash cycle 2 times, and that'll help. But I don't use any detergent. And I did one other thing. I did turn the dryer on the medium setting at this dry cleaners, or not dry cleaners, laundromat, and it didn't get too hot. So maybe 6 minutes on medium. You might want to check it just to make sure that it doesn't get too warm where it might melt the Tyvek material. But it seemed to do fine. So the next step is we're going to lay this out where we can basically roll up in it. So hang tight guys, as soon as I get to the house we'll get started on that. Alright, now where the customization comes in. I've cut this tarp down to 10 by 10. Right now I've just got it folded in half. And next step is we need to take it outside and spray the spray adhesive on it and glue the mylar sheet to it. Alright guys, I figured I'd go ahead and show this to you because you might get a kick out of this. Word of advice: Do this on optimum days, i.e. no wind. So as you can see, to lay this mylar sheet out, I'm having to use everything I can find to hold it down so I can spray it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here, and it doesn't matter if you do this on with the letter side or the white side. It doesn't matter. Basically, they put the blue side or the lettered side where it says the DuPont Tyvek. They tell you that it has to be on the outside, of course, because they want it on the outside of the house so people can see the advertisement. But it doesn't matter whether it's on the inside or the outside. Alright, so I'm going to glue this down on the blue letter side. I'm going to start up here, and basically I just centered it in the center of the folded over Tyvek. Alright, and once I get this glued down, guys, I'll bring you back. Okay, now I got the mylar blanket all glued down. And little tip, you ain't got it. This ain't got to be perfect. You know, every little bit of air bubbles, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's glued down and it's not going to come off. Because this is my second one and it still ain't perfect, but it'll be functional. And somebody's gonna ask, because it's happened to me both times, what about the excess glue? Now I just used, let me back up a little bit. Let me grab my can. I just used 3M Super 77 multi-purpose adhesive. I bought at Walmart. Okay, now you're gonna have some excessive overspray, and the way I fixed that to keep it from all sticking together when I roll it up is I'll take some Gold Bond or some baby powder or whatever and just put a little bit on there and rub your hands on it, get the powder stuck to the glue, and you're good to go. You don't have to worry about it. Alright, the next stage is we need to put our grommet tabs on it, and then we're on the downhill side.